A very good evening to everyone joining us on CricWit. What's your CQ? Episode 4, of course, it is round 3 because episode 1 was an exhibition game, and today I've got three big cricket lovers who want to test their CQ. Again, I've explained it so many times. What is CQ? It is cricketing quotient, and yes, definitely these guys have got a good cricketing quotient, but we are going to see who's going to come up on top today. So, CricWit episode 4 is set, and let me first introduce all the participants joining me today. And audience, remember that you too have a chance of coming and being a part of this show, being there right here. So today joining me is Rohan from Pune. Hi Rohan, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi Nishad. Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm good, Nishad. How are you?
All good, as best as I can be. Thank you for joining us today. And
It's
Suvajit is also from Pune. Hi Suvajit.
Hi Nishad. Hi everyone.
Hi. And Omkar, in fact, I must say, is joining us all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina. Hi, Omkar.
Hey Nishad, hope you're doing good.
All good, all good. Yes. So before we start, I'd just like to first bring to your notice the format of CricWit. We've had 2 rounds already. Winners of each have gone into the semi-final. Mayur won the previous episode. He's in semi-final 2. Siddharth won round 1 and he is in semi-final 1. So the person who wins today from round 3 out of the 3 of you will progress through to one of the semi-finals. So that is what is at stake today. So if we can have, but before we continue, I have got a you, and that is the winner of the previous show. Mayur is joining us because I thought, someone who's been there, done that should obviously come and give you some tips. Here he is, Mayur from Nashik. Hi, Mayur.
Hi, Nishad. Hello, everyone.
Hey man.
So, Mayur, before we start, any tips for these guys?
To be honest, all these are very knowledgeable people. So I guess only one thing, just trust yourself, believe yourself, trust your inner voice, and just bring on MS Dhoni in the slog overs.
I think that's very good advice because as already pointed out by Mayur, we've got slog overs. Now the game has, of course, 3 rounds. First is power play 1. Questions are a lot easier. You get 4 options for every question, and then you've got to pick the answer. The faster you answer, the more points you get. Some questions you've got 30 seconds, depending on how long the questions are. Some you've got 20 seconds. So the faster you answer, say a Rohan answers fastest for this question, he gets more points. If Omkar does it for the next question, he'll get more points than the others. And Suvajit does it for the following question, obviously he will trump the other 2 participants. Question number 16 to 25 are the middle overs, where questions are okay, they are not very difficult, but you've got to be cautious like you are in the middle overs. Just knock the ball around, ensure that you don't lose your wickets, try to get them right, so that in the slog overs you've got maximum resources to build on your lead. And in the slog overs, you get double the points. So a question that might give you 1,000 points in the first 25 questions will give you 2,000 points from question number 26 to 30. And what happens there is that you've got 2,000 points for each. One of the questions, that is the last question, is a puzzle where you have to arrange those events in chronological order. So that's it. I think we are all set. The audience is also joining in. Audience, again, let me tell you that you can be a part of this round by answering the audience questions. I know Ashwin is asking, is there a game pin that we can join? Ashwin, you will have to come into the show. For that, you have to answer the audience questions. At the end of power play 1, that is at the end of 15 questions, I will throw 3 questions to you. And at the end of power play number 2, I will throw another 3 questions. So that way you can be a part of this. So everyone, let us get set. Mayur, please declare the quiz open.
Yes, guys, go and have fun.
Thanks so much, Mayur. Have a good
All
day.
the very
Thank you
best. All the very best.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Right, now let me share my screen so that you guys are already a part of this quiz. Yes, you can see my screen now.
Yeah.
All participants can see my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Let us go ahead with CricWit episode 4, round 3. Carlos Brathwaite, as you can see there. Question number 1. Carlos Brathwaite, remember the name. Which commentator said those memorable words? The options are on your screen. People want to begin with? Not surprised that everyone has got it right. It is Ian Bishop. Carlos Brathwaite, remember the name. It is something now that you associate with Ian Bishop as well as Carlos Brathwaite. And you guys may remember during the last World Cup in England, when Carlos Brathwaite essayed that memorable innings at Manchester, Ian Bishop was on commentary again. And can anyone tell me what he said when Brathwaite in fact got out when he found the fielder in the deep? Do any of you remember? So he said, the dream has diminished for Carlos Brathwaite. Yes, so, but what a moment. You guys, you remember where you were when Carlos Brathwaite did that?
It was a catch taken by Trent Bolt. That's what I remember.
No, when Carlos Brathwaite did the T20, that one.
Yeah, I was watching it. I was streaming it. The stream wasn't great, but yeah, it was amazing. It was quite amazing. I never thought they would pull it off. It's pretty great.
Absolutely. Yeah, amazing game. Early days, Omkar taking the lead here by just 5 points. But again, early days. Let's move on to question number 2, guys. Name the batsman who has fallen onto the stumps. Look at the picture. A very famous dismissal. Inzamam ul Haq, another easy one. Monty Panesa, this happened at Leeds in 2006. A very comical dismissal, something Inzamam ul Haq would like to forget. But 2005, 2006 was a year where Inzamam was finding new ways of getting out.
Yeah.
You remember the when he patted the ball back, obstructing the field.
Yeah.
And then there was another test match before that. He got out trying to evade the ball.
Yeah, Simon Jones, right?
It was
Harmison.
Harmison, no. Yeah.
Harmison was the
That's right. So close neck and neck. Good ones. We are warming up very well. Let's move to question 3. Which is the only team to have won 2 ICC World T20 titles? Another simple one. Again, not surprised, everyone getting it right. West Indies in 2012 and 2016. Everyone's got an answer streak of 3. Yes, Kahoot, you can tell me that. Let's move to question 4. Virat Kohli's highest score in ODIs is 183. Against which team did he manage this in 2012? Pakistan is the right answer. It was in the Asia Cup.
Sure.
And whose last ODI was that?
Sachin
Tendulkar's last ODI.
That's right. And he got 52, I think, in that game.
Yeah.
Right. Nicely building up. Moving on to question 5. How many IPL titles has Rohit Sharma won? This is overall as a player. That's right. He's won 5. All of you got it right. I know a lot of people would rush in and say 4, but it's 5 because he won 1 with
Deccan Chargers.
That's right, 2009. And then 4 with the Mumbai Indians.
True.
13, 15, 17, 19.
Odd years.
Yes, all odd years. Moving on to question number 6. Which of these Indian batsmen hasn't started his ODI career with a duck? That's good quizzing. Everyone going neck and neck. It is Saurav Ganguly. Who did Ganguly make? Ganguly did that, and it was much earlier that he, it was not 96. He debuted much earlier.
92.
So
92.
92, just before the World Cup.
Raina got out of Muralidharan on debut. Shikhar Dhawan was bowled by Clint Mackay in 2010, and Sachin Tendulkar, as we know, was dismissed at Gujranwala for duck. Question 7. Who was the first batsman to be dismissed in international cricket when it returned at Southampton recently? Dominic Sibley is the right answer, social distancing himself from the ball and letting it go through to the stumps. Right, no one's dropping an inch. It's right. As the commentator will say, I love the way you guys are giving it the full Monty. Next question. Who holds the record for the fastest century for India in ODIs achieved in only 52 balls? That is quick. A lot of people go for Virender Sehwag when I've done test rounds, but it is Virat Kohli of 52 balls. It was against Australia.
Jaipur, I think. Jaipur,
yeah. 2013.
It was a great game. India chased 360. And as a lot of you guys may remember, 360 is a very painful score for Indian fans.
Yeah.
Right, moving on to the next question. Which Sri Lankan batsman is known to have scored only a solitary run in his first 6 test innings? Whoa, this is some quizzing going on. It's like bowling to Virender Sehwag at one end and Sachin Tendulkar at the other. No half measures. It is Marwan Attapattu. He scored only 1 run. That was against Australia in 1992. And his 2 other failures were against India. One at Chandigarh, which was incidentally Sachin Tendulkar's first home test match. And the next one was at Ahmedabad in 94, the test match in which Kapil Dev got his world record, beating Sir Richard Hadley. Question 10. Brendan McCullum captained Kolkata Knight Riders at the IPL in 1 season. Which other team has he captained in the IPL? We all remember the multiple captaincy theory. Only one person got it right. The answer is Gujarat Lions. Suresh Raina had to fly to Netherlands for the birth of his child, and which is why Brendan McCullum captained Gujarat Lions. This was against Royal Challengers Bangalore at Bangalore, and we all remember what happened in that game. AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli both got hundreds. Incidentally, all these other Kochi Tuskers Kerala captain in the absence of Mahela was someone else. Guess who that was? It was Parthiv Patel. Parthiv Patel captained Kochi Tuskers Kerala in the absence of Mahela Jayawardene. Right, moving on to the next question. Question number 11. What is the anthem of the West Indies? Is it We Are the West Indies, My People, Rally Round the West Indies, or Together West Indies? No one got that right. The answer is Rally Round the West Indies. It is Rally Round the West Indies. That is the song, that is the anthem that binds the islands together on the cricket field. Right. Omkar is still leading with 12,620 points. Rohan is second with 11,316 points. Suvajit is third with 11,014 points. Moving on to the next question. Question 12. What was Michael Holding's nickname? That's him showing how many wickets he got at the Oval. Right. Everyone's back on song with this question. It is Whispering Death. And can someone tell me why he was called the Whispering Death?
The ball going past the batsman's head, maybe, when he bowls sponsors.
It was because of his seamless bowling action. So when he ran in, he barely made any noise, and one of the umpires nicknamed him as Whispering Death because he could barely hear him running in. His run-up was that smooth. Right, great stuff, great stuff. Question number 13. Rahul Dravid hit 3 consecutive sixes on T20 international debut. Who was the bowler? Samit Patel is the right answer. Samit Patel going for 3 sixes. Ravi Bopara was the one who dismissed Rahul Dravid in that innings. Right. This is some fiery quizzing. We've had a great power play. It is really amazing. Question number 14. Who was the top scorer during the 1983 World Cup final? Both sides included. The answer is Krishnamachari Shrikant. Shrikant scored 38. Shrikant scored 38, highest score on both sides. The other three other highest scorers, Mohinder Amarnath got 26, Viv Richards got 33 before Kapil Dev took that magnificent catch. And yes, Jeff Dujon got 25. Right, we are moving to the last question of the power play. Let's have a look at the scores. It's neck and neck again. Everybody in the 14,000s. I'm loving this round of quizzing. Question number 15. Geraint Jones, the England wicketkeeper batsman, represented another country in ODIs. Which team is it? Geraint Jones, hero of the 2005 Ashes. Papua New Guinea is the right answer. He was born in Papua New Guinea, moved to England, played for England, and years later in 2014, when Papua New Guinea made their ODI debut, he was picked to play for them. Right, 15 questions done. Now let us have a look at the scores at the end of power play 1. Rohan is currently leading with 15,632 points. Suvajit is second with 15,315 points. Omkar is third with 14,597 points. Anyways, guys, very good quizzing in power play 1. You guys have capitalized on all the opportunities. As you know, this current leaderboard doesn't reflect what the final result can be. Now is the time for the audience round. So let us go for question number 1 for the audience round. Against which side did Ganguly make his captaincy debut in ODIs? Who did Ganguly make his captaincy debut against in ODIs? You have to tell me the side, the team against whom he made his captaincy debut. Right. Answers coming in, audience. Keep rolling in your answers. Very good to see. I'm already seeing a few good ones coming in. Right. Let us move to question number 2 now. Question number 2. What year did Saurav Ganguly make his ODI debut? If you watched Cherry and Timber Talk earlier in the day, you would know the answer. Also, we had a short discussion about it earlier. A very short discussion. Right. Question number 3 now. Third question for the audience coming up on your screen. Question 3. Where did Sunil Gavaskar score his 29th Test century? Where did Sunil Gavaskar score his 29th Test century? Right. Keep those comments coming in. Keep those answers coming in. We want you to answer these questions so that you have a chance to come on to this show. Where did Gavaskar get his 29th Test century? Answers coming in. Well done. Well done. Please keep them rolling in. Right. Now that we have given the audience their spotlight, moving it back to the contestants, and now we are going to move to power play 2. Let us have the banner for power play 2. Milk the bowling, it says. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let us move ahead. Question number 16. Identify this former England cricketer. This former England cricketer. You've got extra 10 seconds to answer this question. The answer is Mike Gatting. Mike Gatting, the picture was from the Chennai Test of 1993, where he's dropping an easy catch at short leg. So the ball just lobbed off Kiran More's hand, went up in the air. He settled underneath but lost it in the sun and dropped. Do check out the video on YouTube. Not something Mike Gatting would like to remember. Right, Rohan and Suvajit extending their lead. Moving on to question number 17. This Bollywood film was offered to Shoaib Akhtar, but he declined the role, picked the movie. I think he would have done quite a good job. Gangster is the answer. Mahesh Bhatt had offered him Gangster, I think in place of Shiny Ahuja, but he did not take the role. He instead focused on cricket. But anyways, if you're watching Shoaib Akhtar's YouTube channel, I think he's got quite a presence. I think he's a natural entertainer, don't you think?
Yeah.
True, exactly.
Right. Moving on to the next question. Suvajit taking the lead with 18,000. Everyone doing well. Well done. Let's move on to question number 18. What was special about the India-West Indies test match at Wankhede Stadium in 2011? Was it Tendulkar's last test match? It was the third tied test, match abandoned due to a dangerous pitch, or match drawn with scores tied? All of you getting it right. Match drawn with scores tied. I know the other guys at Cherry and Timber Talk have really taken the mickey at me earlier in the show, but I must say that I was there at the ground here as well.
Ashwin facing the last ball.
Ashwin facing the last ball, 2 runs needed, knocked it down the ground. Who was his partner? Tell me who was his partner.
Varun Arrow? No, I'm not
Umesh
sure.
Yadav?
Varun Arrow.
Varun
Varun Arrow on 10.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tendulkar also scored 100, I believe, in that match.
Tendulkar was out on 93 or 94. He had just played an uppercut for 6 and was looking great. Right, let's move on to the question number 19. Australia tied with South Africa at the 99 World Cup semi-final but progressed to the final. What was the reason? Again, I've given you 10 extra seconds. Right. The answer is everyone thinks because they had beaten South Africa in the earlier game. But the real answer, in fact, even I was mistaken. When I researched, I found out when you look at the points table at the end of the Super Sixes, Australia had the better net run rate. Nobody getting that right. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 20. Which was Steven Smith's first IPL team? This is a bit of a googly. Which was Steven Smith's first IPL team? Only one person got it right. Who was that? Let me see first. Rohan getting it right. Well done, Rohan. He was in the Royal Challengers Bangalore squad.
2009, I think. 2009.
2010.
10, yeah. I was. Yeah.
And it was, imagine the lineup they had. Jack Kallis, Rahul Dravid, Robin Uthappa, Virat Kohli, Kevin Peterson. What a lineup. And someone like Manish Pandey was obviously in. Steven Smith couldn't get a game in. Of course, at the time.
Or else we would have seen Kohli and Smith in the same lineup.
I know, it would have been phenomenal. And also, if you remember, he was more known for his leg spin at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously.
Next question. Which Sri Lankan cricketer was nicknamed Mad Max? As you can see, he was a part of the 96 World Cup squad that won the World Cup. Who was called Mad Max? Aravinda De Silva is the right answer. De Silva was called Mad Max because of his ability to just go after the bowling and sometimes lose his wicket by playing a rash shot. But I must still say that even after all these years, Aravinda De Silva is still my favorite Sri Lankan batsman.
Oh.
Great batsman. Right. No change in standings, but Omkar closing in on Rohan. Moving on to question 22. Riddhiman Saha had to make his test debut as a specialist batsman in 2010. Why did that happen? Again, I've given you 10 extra seconds. All of you got it right. I think it's so famous because commentators have been saying it on camera so many times that why do you have to play football before a cricket game?
Yeah.
In fact, Rohit Sharma was the replacement for VVS Lakshman. So the replacement for an injury got injured himself. Murli Vijay had to play at number 3.
I think and Rohit Sharma had to wait for another 3 years for his test debut.
I know, yeah, he had to wait till November 2013 in that Tendulkar retirement series when he made his test debut for India and started with 200s. Right, question number 23. Which England cricketer is humorously called the Burnley Lara? The Burnley Lara. All left-handed players, that's why. No one got it right. It is James Anderson because he's from Burnley and he has many times shown good grit and determination with the bat, getting 81 against India once at number 11. So he's famously called Burnley Lara. Monty Panesar is from Luton, which is closer to London, and Burnley is in Lancashire.
Lancashire.
No one getting it right. Question number 24. Mumbai has won 41 Ranji Trophy titles. Who is second on the list? Karnataka is the right answer. Karnataka or Mysore. They've won 8 titles. Delhi is third with 7 titles. Karnataka is the right answer. Right, before we move on to the next question, let me remind the audience again that we will have an audience round again. 3 questions coming your way. Let's move on to the next question. Question 25. Which of these pairs of cricketers are not related? Kamran Akmal, Babar Azam, Javed Miandad, Faisal Iqbal, Salim Malik, Ijaz Ahmed, Shoaib Malik, Salim Malik. Shoaib Malik, Salim Malik is the right answer. Kamran Akmal and Babar Azam are cousins. Javed Miandad and Faisal Iqbal are uncle and nephew. Salim Malik and Ijaz Ahmed are brothers-in-law. They are married to a pair of sisters and no relation between Shoaib Malik and Salim Malik. Right, let us have a look at the scoreboard. Suvajit taking a big lead on the other two, 23,000 points. Rohan is 19,697 points and Omkar is 19,286 points. So Suvajit has got a lead before the slog overs, but now is when we channelize our inner MS Dhoni, AB de Villiers all rolled into one. But before that, audience round is coming up. Let me have question number 4 for the audience, which you will get if you have been watching Cherry and Timber Talk. Which multi-nation title did India win under Sunil Gavaskar in 1985? Which multi-nation title did India win under Gavaskar in 1985? Keep the answers coming in, audience. This increases your chance of coming onto our show like Rohan, Omkar and Suvajit. Please keep them coming in. Right. Right. Yes, answers coming in. So good to see. Question number 5 for the audience. Coming onto your screen now. Just like Sir Don Bradman, Ganguly was out for a duck in his last innings for India in international cricket. Who was the bowler who dismissed him? Who was the bowler who dismissed Saurav Ganguly in his last game for India? He was out for duck. Right, well done, well done. Audience answering the rounds very well. Question number 6 coming your way now. Please, team, get question number 6 on screen. No matter what number you bat, man, the score is still 0. Name the 2 batsmen who got out before this legendary sledge. No matter what number you bat, man, the score is still 0. A very memorable sledge. Name the 2 batsmen who got out before this legendary sledge. Sunil Gavaskar was batting at number 4 on that day at Chennai. love this story, and if you hear it from Mr. Gavaskar, it's even better. Right. Answers coming in very well. Now let's get set for power play, or sorry, should I say slog overs? Let's have the ticker coming in for the slog overs. Go for the galleries, guys. This is your chance to maximize your lead. This is when I channelize my inner Lasit Malinga and Jasprit Bumrah so that I can bowl as many Yorkers as I can to you guys. You guys have to bring in your Kyron Pollards, Andre Russells, MS Dhoni's, AB de Villiers, name it. Get your best hitters. And before we go, if you want a water break, you may as well. If you've got a water bottle around, I want some, so I'll just have a bit of water. Suvajit's also having a bit of water. Right. Ready, gentlemen? Let's move on to question number 26, the first one of the slog overs. Double the points as it says on your screen. What was the Hero Cup 1993 held to commemorate? Was it India's 60 years in Test cricket, 10th anniversary of India's World Cup win, CAB's Diamond Jubilee, or birth anniversary of Rabindranath Tagore? Oh, everyone missed that one, and I hit the stumps. The answer is CAB's Diamond Jubilee. It was for CAB, the Cricket Association of Bengal. They had their Diamond Jubilee. To commemorate that was this event held in the year 1993. Well done, guys. Or should I say, pat my own back, because I got it right. I castled all of you with that one.
Yeah.
I should say, in fact, well done to some of the people in the audience who are getting it right. Well done. Next question. Fasten your seatbelts. Question 27. Which cricketer won 3 consecutive IPL titles with 3 different teams in 2016, 2017, 2018? A very unique achievement, and you've got to give this guy credit. Phenomenal quizzing. All 3 of you brilliantly played. The answer is Karan Sharma. Karan Sharma played with Sunrisers Hyderabad in 2016. Although he was not a part of the 11 that played the final, in 2017 he was a part of the Mumbai Indians side and bowled very well in the qualifier too. And in 2018 he was a part of the Chennai Super Kings side that made a comeback to the IPL. A very handy player in the IPL. Good leg spinner, but I think his batting is one of the more underrated aspects of his game. He could be used as a batsman as well. Right. Ready, gentlemen, for the next question? Let's go. Question 28. The Sri Lankan team that went to South Africa on a rebel tour was called Arosa Sri Lanka 11. Why was that? This was in the early 1980s. Is it because Arosa is their sponsor, or it means welcome in Afrikaans, or it is the Sinhala word for rebel, or Arosa combined the name of the manager and South Africa? None of you got it right. I hit the stumps again. The name of the manager, Tony Opatha, is Anthony Rai Opatha. So he went for ARO and SA, Arosa Sri Lanka. So a bit of showmanship from him, which is why it was called Arosa Sri Lanka. A tour that wasn't quite successful because Sri Lanka was just an upcoming nation in Test cricket at the time. So the best players from Sri Lanka couldn't go there. But the subsequent rebel tours played a long way in actually keeping cricket alive in South Africa, since they were denied international sporting action. So, couple in the audience. Anand Vaswani, in fact, getting it right with option C. Well done, Anand. That's a very good pick. Well done on getting it right. Leaderboard remains. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 29. Double the points again. Identify the football player standing next to Matthew Hayden in this picture. One of the Manchester United legends, Gary Neville, Phil Neville, Ryan Giggs, or Nicky Butt. Who was this? This was after they got a record partnership. What? How did any of you get that one right? I thought one of you would. It is Gary Neville. Matthew Hayden was only 21 at that time. They had a long partnership. Gary Neville later instead chose football as a career and did very, very well. So I've got three on to the stumps this time. I think the slog overs have been tricky this time. I'm just getting the inner Jasprit Bumrah and Lasith Malinga in. None of you getting it right? Okay. You've got the last question. This question, and you've got 60 seconds. You'll have to arrange these events in chronological order, in the order in which they happened first. Okay, for the event that happened first comes first, and then the rest follow. So we've got last question of this CricWit episode 4, round 3. Let us see who wins. Here we go. It's a puzzle. Again, double the points. Here you go. Nice, tricky question. The clock is ticking. The answer was ABCD. You did. So the computer, I give them the option, they arrange it on their own. It was a trick one. India number 1 in December 2009. In February 2010, it was Sachin Tendulkar who got his 200 in an ODI. This was in February 2010. In December 2010, he got his 50th Test match 100. And in 2011, in March, he got his 99th international century during the 2011 World Cup. So just because it was in different order, you didn't have to arrange it. It was, I think, a low full toss, which could have gone either ways. One of you got caught in the deep. Right, here we go. Podium. In third place, Omkar, you played very well, 20,814 points. Rohan, you're second with 21,347. And Suvajit, you go through to the semi-finals with 25,315 points. Very well played. Well played, Suvajit. Well done, all of you. I think this has been the closest quiz that we've had so far. All of you chipping in very well, taking the lead at various points. I think it has been a phenomenal competition. You guys can all give a pat on the back to yourself because I think it has been a very, very good quiz.
Great questions, Nishad.
Great question.
Wonderful to be part of this episode.
I hope you guys had fun with this quiz as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of new learnings as well.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to bring some smile to everyone's faces. And now, before we go, we shall have the answers for the audience round. Question number 1 on the screen, please, again. Against which side did Ganguly make his captaincy debut in ODIs? Any one of you can answer.
Against Windies in Singapore?
Correct. Rohan, you're right. Against West Indies in Singapore. This was in September 1999. Very well done. Well done to all those who got it right. Question number 2 on the screen, please. Which year did Saurav Ganguly? Yeah, that's right. 1992. Well done.
Against West Indies.
Again against West Indies. Where did Gavaskar score his 29th Test century? A memorable one against an attack led by Malcolm Marshall.
Delhi.
Delhi is the right answer in 1983. Well done, Omkar. That is the right answer. Which multinational title did India win under Gavaskar's captaincy in 1985?
World Series.
World Championship of
World
Cricket.
Champion.
That's right. It's the World Championship of Cricket. What did Ravi Shastri get for that?
Audi.
Absolutely. Easy answer. Question number 5. Who dismissed Ganguly in his last innings in Test cricket?
Jason Kreza.
Correct. He bowled one down the leg side. Ganguly, thinking it's going to be a nice clip, edged it back to the bowler.
Yeah.
And who uttered these famous lines? No matter what number you part by, the score is still 0. Viv Richards is the right answer at Chennai when Gavaskar got 236, his highest score in Test cricket. Ironically, as Devendra mentioned in the Cherry and Timber Talk show, 3,300s Gavaskar has got as an opener for India. Only 1 century he's got at number 4 or down the order, and that incidentally is his highest Test score. But again, no matter what, he walked in at 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Right, audience, thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday evening. It is always a pleasure to have you all. And a big thank you to all those participating. A big thank you to my team at Cherry and Timber Talk for bringing this all together, for having a phenomenal chat show before this quiz. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you, Omkar, for joining us from your busy schedule and for playing this quiz. You guys were phenomenal.
Thanks,
Nishad, for making us part of this episode.
My pleasure, totally. And Suvajit, thank you so much for being here and congratulations on winning. And we will see you in the semi-final and the next episode where you will have to give some of your tips of being calm under pressure.
Sure. Look forward.
Definitely. All good. So yes, this brings us to an end of CricWit episode 4. What's your CQ? And yes, well done everyone. And let's move ahead. Sorry, the last answer, no matter who, the answer was supposed to be who the batsmen were who were dismissed before, not who gave the sledge. Any one of you know who are the 2 batsmen dismissed?
Vengsarkar and Gaikwad.
Yeah.
Correct. Vengsarkar and Gaikwad are the answers. Ashwin, thank you for pointing out the answers are Vengsarkar and Gaikwad. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us. Goodbye, everyone. Here we come to a close to CricWit episode 4. What's your CQ? We will be back next week to test your cricket quotient. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thanks.